gonna be no easy one, bro.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Bless you.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow.
Give me that.
Intercepted on the first play of the game.
My nigga.
Go out to the 42-yard line.
I fuck with you for that.
You see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh,
No talking shit. Good play type shit. I fuck with you.
This guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Wilson. Got his man. It's Warren.
That was some crazy shit. That's my 4th option, though.
Take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their 2nd possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it to a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
11. An inside give, Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits that can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now it's Burrow. He had a man open, but missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that was there too, bro.
Offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
11 mighty.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
See again? What up? I got you.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. And the tight end goes in motion left. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Hey, get the mama. Get the mama. Go get the mama. Mommy, go get her mommy.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
If you're a coach,
Take it to mommy.
Absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 48-yard
I told him
line,
to bring
here's
them
a
to
2nd
you.
and 5.
What are they?
Chicken wings. Hey, bro.
11 MT tape. 11 MT
You
tape.
just hate me.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a first down.
Hey.
Here we go. 11, 11.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 12, 20. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 1, ready?
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
More. More.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And
Let's go!
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down, and they go back to Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here's one deep for Pickens. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Whoa.
Boswell for the extra point.
Oh, what'd you say?
And it's good to make it 14-0.
You better not let me put that 30 burger on you.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
More chick shit. Yeah, 10 now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
11-90.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Oh.
Dante Jackson picks it.
Don't quit on me. Don't quit on. Quit on me. Quit on me. What? Pepe. You want the rest of these wings? You want the rest of these wings? Huh? Here. We still got one. We still got one.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium.
No. Are you sitting?
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
In the hot.
Jackson options out left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They go play action now. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, it lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit. I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down.
No. What? What's wrong? Say, come on.
Couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Washington's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. That's a staple of this offense. Back out to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead, he said, forget it. Let's just get a 1st down and start a new set.
In motion left goes a tight end. This time Wilson will throw. Got an open man, it's Pickens. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's a nice run, a nice game that has to have them feeling pretty good about themselves as we head to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Touchdown.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Room to run at the 50. Deontay Hardy. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
You better capitalize.
Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 70 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Escaping the pressure right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Henry is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. And
go
we're
about
going to
your
get a timeout
Go about your
with
business.
2 seconds. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it. It pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved? And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to right side with Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's Wilson. And here's Freiermuth again. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Connor Hayward taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's able to find Wallace.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's 1st down. Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Yo, that was a pick.
It's complete.
That was a
This is
pick.
caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Y'all know all I need is him.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Completes this to Jefferson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in
the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down.
That
was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got Pickens complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Wilson to throw. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
A big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson. And he has a big gain inside the 30 before being dropped. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
I was right there, bro.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk
Better
over
kick
on
that
their
field goal,
respective
ball.
sidelines, we take a break. This is 1st and 10. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
7 seconds to play. No timeouts, remember. Here's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And he will be out.
Damn, that sucks.
We're headed to overtime.
That was nice. Defensive player. Okay.
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain and help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Ball on the 27. Here's
take that ball first, bro.
They'll run again with Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. Oh, it's still one.
Let's go.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Let's go. Should have took that ball, bro.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Boswell for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Throwing, Jackson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out.
He caught that?
Now we're going to get a timeout.
Oh, shit. Good.
With 5 seconds left here in overtime.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
That's some crazy shit.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
They'll try and run it in with
Let's
him.
go.
And he will not get there. As the try for
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, you had me scared. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Good shit, bro. Good game.
Interesting final
Oh, my God. Damn.
This one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Fuck?
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I see me glow. I see me glow. From 1 to 20.